We got another live stream. Please share, hit that like button, and let's talk about it. Trump conjuncturing up white resentment by inciting coronavirus anti-lockdowns protests. You know, you guys may think that this is about, immigration laws. Nah, this is about repopulizing a population. Population control. You know, the people that's protesting all this, brothers and sisters, are a stage. Because there's still the war. You see, the war with Israel and Iran. I've been warning you guys that the war, America cannot win the victory. Because it is impossible for America to be the winners and victorious. Because today her divine die was set against us. She got her feet, brothers and sisters. She got her feet set today on 20 and 30 million black people brought out of their native lands and people from their God. Her feet is always swift to shed innocent blood. So you think when the people out protesting, they, brothers, this is a stage that they showing you. It's like you watching the movie The Purge. A time have come, my brothers and sisters, that America, she knows she can't be the victorious. Because it's impossible that America be victorious in this universal war. Because her divine die was set against her. So it's impossible for her to be the victorious. For America to be the victorious of this universal war, because we see a divine intervention against her. We see, although she have enough deadly materials, manufacturers, to try to win, can she win against Allah God? She boasts of her materials and being able to destroy the people of the earth 30 times if she was left free to use the materials. Maybe America can win. But divine die was set against her long before she ever became America. She can try and boast of ideas of minds to deceive her black slave, but she will deceive herself and them. America is made manifest by Almighty God and the person of Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, that she is a totally deadly enemy against her one slave. For many years, I have written that America's greatest sin is the evil done to her black slave. Allah God intends to repay her for what she has done. She deceived the black slave right at the point of total destruction. She tried to rule the so-called Negrand with false and temporary promise, by offering high political jobs to keep him from turning his attention to self and kind. The black politician could and should use his political knowledge to benefit self and kind. While America isolated the messenger of God from their minds with these false promises, to make them to hate the messenger of God and to work against him, although the messenger of God is working for the interests of the black slave. We see the eyes and ears of Allah God are open. Listen to the actions. It's not necessary for God to use mechanical devices. Allah God is physically will, and He has will, physical eyes and ears. He is capable of seeing and hearing everything we do and say. He has power to defeat us on our plan, which are against His plan. The American slaveholders wants to deceive the so-called nigger into believing that Allah God's not paying attention to them. So the white man wants them to believe that He is a God that they should pay attention to. I warn my people who believe an idea that the white man's a God that they should pay attention to. We will come up the losers. God is backing me up and the work He has given me to do. The work He has given me to do is for your own black starvation. If you think that you have starvation with this white man, then go ahead with him. See, I'm not here to force you against your own will. But I want you to know that if you look into white America for your starvation, you are headed with them to your and their destruction. There is no hope for America to win the war. There is no hope for the black man and the future of America. For America have no future for herself. She will not be able to win the war. The scholars and scientists know that America cannot win. It's not just I saying this. The scholars and scientists will tell us America cannot win. And we know by divine prophecy that America cannot win. If it was just China, Russia, Vietnam, and Korea using their judgment on how best to destroy each other, maybe America could win. For she have as much as they have in war, materials, and scientific preparation. America is capable of going out of the atmosphere of the earth and to fight them from there. But she will not be able to go out of the atmosphere of the earth and destroy this black man of the earth. It is only a mistake that one should believe America's ability to build a way station in the air on the moon. For she will not be able to use it against us. For divine plans is set to destroy her. We have many things out there in space that can be brought into action against America. For any other nation today, for Allah God is the greatest. Okay, the mother planes. Now, the mother plane was made to destroy this world of evil, to show the wisdom and mighty powers of God who came to destroy an old world and set up a new world. Now, the mother plane goes to 40 miles of Earth gravity. And you have to know that this is a plane that they know that it can't be played with. Other planes come out of the great mother planes. So I want to say the white man knows that this is not a plane to be taken lightly. When a plane goes down Earth gravity, it desires to go wherever it chooses to go. When it comes to all its ingredients, oxygen, hydrogen. See, this is not like little bullets or cameras, brothers, that are controlled. So we see the nature of a new world is righteousness. The nature of a new world cannot be righteousness, brothers and sisters, as long as unrighteousness is in its midst. The same type of plane was used by the original God to put mountains on this planet. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Fly Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, is righteous to any God before him, as the Bible and Holy Quran teaches. He taught me that this plane will be used to raise mountains on this planet Earth. The mountains that he will put on this earth will not be very high. He will raise these mountains to a height of 1 mile over the United States of America. This reminds us of the prophet prediction of this time, a destruction of the old world and the bringing in of a new world. Behold, the Lord makes the earth empty and makes it waste and turn it upside down and scatter abroad the inhabitants thereof. The Bible, Isaiah 24, verse 1. There are planes in various nations today, but this is the mother of them all. Why? Because this type of plane, my brothers and sisters, was used before the making of this world. Why should God make such a sign of his powers? Destroy a nation. Because this is the final destruction of that people who have opposed God and his purpose and aim for justice and righteousness. So the white race is not a people who was made righteous and then turned to unrighteousness. See, they was made unrighteous by the false gods who made them. See, Allah God, who came in person of Master Fly Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that this plane is capable of reaching a height of 40 miles above the earth. His words could have been a sign meaning 40 years at which the plane will go into action. And that referring actually to 40 miles. See, Allah God does not speak one word that does not have a meaning. Every word that he speaks has a meaning. The mother plane, according to what had been described of by the devil scientists, is capable not only staying up for a long period of time, but it's also capable of eluding the scientists. We see they want to attack and destroy it. But if a plane did get close enough to attempt to carry out this purpose, it would be destroyed instead. See, this white man have learned that this is not a plane to be played with. See, planes come out of the mother plane. We see in the 1930s, we see in the Canadian newspapers that they saw the mother plane. We see it came down out of the sky, that they admitted it looks like a great city, and that something came down from it and appears to be a tube. But the tube-like thing went back up again. See, Allah God He came in the person of Master Fala Muhammad, to whom praise are due forever, taught me that the 6 months to a year, the mother plane comes into gravity of the earth. It takes on oxygen and hydrogen in order to prevent it to stay out of the earth's gravity until it needs refueling again. So it says the decision, the Holy Quran, Surah 78 verse 2 of a tremendous announcement. See, this is the day of decision. See, we are living now in a time in which we must decide on what shall we do. It is very important that we arrive at a solution, come to define agreement. You black men of America now are holding back your decision. You are waiting because of the people who have practiced their decision to us by the way of rule. See, their way of rule is in a way of injustice to you. Now, the God of justice before us. We must decide on whether or not we are accept a change of rulers or to remain under the present rule that is passing from the scene. We must decide rightly in order to relieve the people of the pressure of injustice. See, let our decisions be for the benefits of our present and our future generation. We have no objection to that person who makes up his mind to remain in what he is already in. However, this announcement of great importance is laid before you and me, so that we may come to some kind of decision, agreement on what shall we do about the truth of this announcement. The announcement is the truth. It is asking us to decide on whether or not we are going to accept the truth or remain in falsehood. It is called the day of decision. Decide this day which God you shall serve, the God of freedom, justice, and equality, or the same old wicked God who ruled Allah God is here to bring an end to. The wicked ruler veiled their eyes at the people with falsehood, so that the people may take falsehood for truth and truth for falsehood. This is what the Bible and Holy Quran teach us. That in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, that God have used a powerful delusion so that the people believe all the lies that they heard. Every lie you believed, every lie you heard, you'll continue to believe it. He's not here, brothers and sisters, to give you comfort. He's not here to work on behalf of the interests that he has for the blacks and brown people. As long as he has to give you room and shelter, see, you'll be comfortable with that. See, when America has failed you, see, when the governments have failed you, and when Christianity has failed you, the only thing you go for the government is when you ask for a job, when you are pleading for a job. See, brothers, all I want to say are these important announcements made by the prophet from Moses to the present day. See, the enemy of truth has deceived the people and made the people think that they'll listen to falsehood. They make the people think that the prophet and his God was too weak to prevail over falsehood with truth. What is said here in this writing is directed to this black man in America. He is the real one who must decide on whether or not to remain in what he is in or accept a better world that is ruled by the God of freedom, justice, and equality. My black people, I want you to know that you are in a pitiful condition here in this day in which the announcement is being made to you to make up your mind about what you are going to do. In plain words, I wish to write here and tell you that you do not have a long time in which to decide on what you want to do. Thinking that you have a long time to decide is a mistake that people made in the past. See, Noah's people, Lot's people, was the losers for ignoring the announcements from these worthy prophets. They waited, for they thought that what they had was going to continue to be. We here in America do not have to wait and see, for America is folding up under divine chastisement and destruction taking place before your and my eyes. Also, the Bible and the Holy Quran prophesies of these days of what is going on. See, these days are the days of judgment of Allah God against this wicked. To see more may mean the end of your life and my life, as it was with the people of Noah and Lot, who waited to see more. They could not come to a decisive point of agreement. They waited, and maybe you too will wait. To wait for the truth to be fulfilled means that we will suffer the consequences of the truth for not accepting the truth. The day of decision, as there was opponents of the prophets in the past, we have opponents of the prophets in this modern time, with all of the warning that was given before these days. We can make our decision so easily. Remember the people of Noah had no prophets nor scriptures before Noah. Again, remember that even as late as the time of Moses, the people of Moses, the Israelites, had no previously scriptures before Moses. You black brothers are better off. You have all the scriptures that was given to the prophets throughout the whole 6,000 years of the white man on the planet Earth. And then you will be so foolishly as delay in making a good decision until you see something happen, as the Holy Quran and the Bible teach us, till you see the angels coming in the cloud of heaven before you make up your mind. But still, probably, you will reject that. Surely it's not coming in the cloud of heaven. But as the Holy Quran teaches you, that'd be a good day for you. We're waiting for such time. When angels come in the cloud of heaven, they will not be coming to do anything like preaching or giving you further knowledge. See, it's prophesied that on the day of judgment, the angel will come to execute judgment on you for not believing, and to save those who do believe. And see, my brothers and sisters, if the Lord have not cut short the days, you see, around where no human being will survive it. Humanity won't survive it. But now we see, for the sake of his elect now, he has shortened the time. The days is getting shorter. See, Trump is conjuring up white resentment by inciting coronavirus, anti-lockdowns, and protests sooner or later. I won't be surprised if this gets too overwhelming that they will completely shut this down and declare curfews where you don't go out and protest. Now let's go. See, this is the day of decision, my brothers and sisters. Only means the resurrection and judgment of this present world. And see what the resurrection means. You got to know that we, as black people, will ride from a mental death, from a physically death. You will rise from. It's not teaching that people will walk about in the graveyard and walk about. That's not the resurrection. See, the day of decision only means the resurrection. Means the black people will rise from a mental death on the day of judgment. As Jesus prophesied, as it was in the days of Noah, Abraham and Lot, so will be today. There was eating, drinking, having a good time, as they called it. But it's not a good time. It's a wicked time. Don't you get caught up out there. Don't get caught up out there. Don't you see all that? All this is just a stage, y'all. They want you to poke at the bear. They want you to just poke at the beast. See how he rate and retaliate. All this is a stage. This is deeper what you think it is, brothers. This is about population control. So I say this to you. The day of decision only means the resurrection and judgment of this present world, as Jesus has prophesied it, as it was with the days of Noah, Abraham, Lot, so will be today. You see, there was eating, drinking, having a good old time, as they call it. See, but this is not a good old time, brothers and sisters. It's a wicked time. Not a good old time to be out protesting. This is like, if you ever seen the movie The Purge, this is how it is. They're here to slaughter us. You cannot get out and just get out guard. All this is staged. It's a big stage, y'all. So we see when it comes to the history, it teaches us that by waiting, there was the losers. But yet it will be the same today. It is the same for what's going on now. So you are rejecting this truth and you are accepting the falsehood instead. Naturally, the enemy of truth is angry with the bearers of truth, because by nature the enemy was not made of truth. He was made of falsehood. But again, we see the Bible teach us that whosoever believe the same shall be saved. This is true, whether he is white or black. See, if a white man, woman, boy, or girl believe, even though by nature they are not the real righteous, their faith would get them out of the hell that Allah God threatened this world with, and their time will be prolonged. I'm sure that you know this. They also know this. And reading it of them will escape if they have the faith in Allah God and his religion Islam, as Jesus prophesies in the Bible, that even though an enemy give one of his least one, a believer, a drink of water, and that being an act of goodness, God will not deprive that act of goodness of his reward. See, make your mind. Come to a right decision. I warn you. See, when shall you see all these things? See, Jesus prophesies that when we see the fulfillment of the prophecy of this time, then we shall know by such acts now of the people, strange actions that we have never witnessed before. Carry on by the people, know it is the end, is near, even at the door. You see the strange action we see in the streets, the evangelists, the vandalized, the looting, the killing. This is happening right here in America. So the Bible prophesies in Daniel and Matthew, saying that this is a time that man had never seen before. And man will never see such time again after this time. See, strange happening. The prophecy of Jesus says that parents will be against children. Children will be against parents. Do you not see these things being fulfilled today? Right in our eyes? Not only our parents are against children. See, children are against parents. See, parents are murdering their children. And children are murdering their parents. In some family cases, the parents kill their children. And then they commit suicide. See, this is going on today. In this old USA, where the gospel of Jesus is preached every hour of the day, somewhere in the land. In this time in which we are now living, see, there is no respect for dignity. See, the president leaving the country to travel far, to meet with rulers of foreign countries, to discuss the strange things that are happening and the strange things that will happen between the nations. See, it means he's like a hated bird. He goes out to associate with other foreign birds, and he's hated by all other foreign birds. He don't understand today that he's so hated that all he's doing is humiliating himself at the end of the day. He steps out to discuss all of the problems that the country is having instead of fixing the problem, instead of finding the right solution and practicing the right solution. He goes out to associate himself like he's worried, but he's not worried of what the country is going in. So in this time in which we are now living, my brothers and sisters, there is no respect for dignity. We see this president leaving the country to travel far to meet with rulers of foreign countries, discuss the strange things that are happening and strange things that will happen between the nations. See, the beautiful, rich country of America, to which many people of Europe and Asia seeking refuge in this country, as the prophecy is now coming into fulfillment. See, in that day and time, see, everyone will begin to go away from America instead of coming to America. As the revelation of the Bible teaches us of the prophecy that they will stand afar off and see the fire of her, America burning. For fear of it, they will lift up their hands and their voice, and they will lament for her. See, America's trades is cut off, and all of her delicate, delicious things that she used to have in trades It is all gone, my brothers and sisters. In 1 hour, one day, it came to pass in the Western hemisphere. See, the most wicked people who ever lived on earth are in the Western. As the Bible teaches us, that God says that to him, this is light. Sodom and Gomorrah. Dear Lord God, this says that the wickedness of the days of Noah and his people, and Lot's and his people, the Stalemites, was no more than child's play compared to this wickedness we see today. See, for they was highly educated. There are scientists at making wickedness for themselves. See, day and night, up and down the streets, people are killing, murdering each other. We do not know very much about what's going on in Europe, but we do see it right here in the city of Chicago, Illinois. The radio we see and the television announce to the public that murdering and killing are taking place continually. When shall you see all things? Today, there's great disrespect for one another. Mother and her daughters we see are walking the streets in shame to the public of decent-minded people. See, they are throwing their clothes aside from their bodies, trying to keep nothing covered but their shame. And some barely cover their shame, as it was in the days of Noah and Lot. So shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. The Son of Man comes to judge man and mankind. The days have come, as Daniel prophesies, into the end of the war. Desolation are determined. And for the overspreading of abomination, he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation that determined shall be poured upon the desolate. Just think about it. At the end of the war, desolation, so that put an end of those who hope for those who expect to see a boost of prosperity after the war. In the days of Noah, the children's of the Solomonites came out happy that morning, and that was the end. They saw a cloud making up. They just considered that it was a regular rain cloud, but that was the end. And the Bible prophecy of Jesus we see in Matthew 24:38 and 39. For as in the days that was before the flood, there was eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. In the time of Noah, the people of Noah was having party as you are doing today. And that day was the end. In the time of Solomon and Gomorrah, they were so wicked that they was willing to go to war with the angels in the house of Lot. The Stalemites attacked the angels of God, who had power to destroy the Stalemites almost instantly. The Sodomites warned that they had been watching the angels visiting the house of Lot. A terrible time, my brothers and sisters, is gradually approaching upon us. A time so terrible that it will make children's grave hair. The Holy Quran teaches us now. The Bible teaches that it will be a time never witnessed by man, and there will be such time and hereafter. It's a great time, day and night. Storms are coming in the country. It is storming daily. The Holy Quran prophesies a disaster, one right after another. This we are witnessing with our own eyes. Oh, America, oh, America, where shall you flee? The Holy Quran teaches us, black man, to take refuge in Allah. Today, people laugh at you if you invite them to do righteousness. See, they make mock of you doing right. So did the people of Noah and Lot. As it is so said, so beautiful in Jesus' prophecy, so shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. When shall you see all these things that now you see? Know that it is here. We are living in the end. My black people, I say, fly to Allah, God, for refuge, and come follow me. I may look weak, but through me you may find refuge, and Allah, God. The judgment is near. Everywhere that we look, and everything that we can think about, marks the end of the world. There never was a time we see in the history of the United States of America that the president goes out to try to visit the heads of all of their nations that seem to be somewhat his equal. He's like a criminal who have committed a crime, and he hope for mercy from those whom he have committed the crime against. We cannot escape our doom when it comes to teaching the Holy Quran and the Bible. Show no mercy at all to the black slave. See, they treat this black slave worse than any human being had ever been treated. To continue to do so in the face of divine judgment. To remind you of a parable of the rich man and the poor man. As long as the rich man enjoys luxury, he cares nothing about luxury for his slaves, Lazarus. Then at last we see the rich man flew into poverty. He was unable to get help even for himself. The Bible says of the poor black slave that none helped him. Now the rich man gets in the place of his one slave. The rich man can witness how it feels to be a poor man. The parable said at last the rich man dies. In hell he lifted up his eyes. He saw a slave and a blossom of Abraham in the heaven that the slave had been promised that he would get into. It was such a beautiful heaven that the poor slave was lolling around in. The rich man cried out to the slave to share hell with him. He asked the slave to bring him a drop of water in hell. He knew that if the slave tried to get to hell with a drop of water, the slave would never get to heaven. The rich man would be happy if he received a drop of water to ease his pain and torment. But if the slave could not come to him with a drop of water to go to some of the rich man's brother, whom the rich man knew was bound to get a taste of the same hell that the rich man was in. The rich man said, Father Abraham, if you let Lazarus come to me, then send him to my brothers. In words to say, they are bound to get hell too. So I said to you, time is not far. This parable is now in the working. I said to you, my black Lazarus tried to stay in a blossom Abraham, because no man came to us. As the Bible teaches, no man came to the poor, lost, found. No one aid the poor man Lazarus. I have been begging for help to borrow money, saying that we will give the extreme interest. No one have come to our aid yet. See, this white man have tried to prevent everyone who would give us a little help. So Allah God came to help us from ourselves. May Allah God bless us to do His will and bless us to please Him. For Allah God is the only hope that we have. See, I don't care what interest we offer. No one wants to loan us. They know that we are well worth the loan, but they do not want us to be helped. They figure that we are going too fast as it is. But oh rich man, your days have come. Your fall has come, and no one will help you. They do not want to come near. They see the divine destruction licking its tongue about you on all sides. They do not want to get near to you. See, you are standing far and will not come near. She does not want anything of you. See, you will see your doom. She does not want any herself. Whom to the white slave master in hell he lift up his eyes. The worst is yet to come. We see according to the radios, television, and according to the individual conversations, and according to the conversation heard between the government's officials concerning the problem of trying to find a way to peace for the people and a way to find a stoppage to fall of the money markets and unemployment and a stoppage to the revolutions between the dissatisfied and the dissatisfied to find a way to be able to eat and to keep the hungry from eating from under his labor. See, pacification is offered but does not satisfy. With nation rejecting peace offer, a nation laughing and making mock of you, forever seeking peace and friendship. As it is written, peace is desired more than fine gold. Now to see all of these things coming to pass, things that we did not know that we would see. We did not know that we would see such a Goliath, such a giant falling. Goliath who had defiled the nation of the earth to come out and fight with them, as Goliath did before Israel. Now nation make mock of the great giant of the earth, America, a sword within and a sword without. See, trouble seems to have no end. And with tens of millions of free black slaves crying for freedom, justice, and equality from the white slave master. And the white slave master want to deceive the black slave and make promises that the white slave master does not intend to fulfill to free the black slave. And with the black slave thinking that he would eat some crumbs of this freedom, justice, and equality from his white slave master, the free black slave will be greatly deceived. The white slave master cannot free himself from his enemy. Not to think of the white slave master free himself from the consequences of the dissatisfied war. So with the worst yet to come, I said to you, my black brothers, my black sisters, fly to Allah and come follow me. There are some intelligent white people who will bear witness with me that the worst is yet to come.